Hi everyone, this is Pete, and today we're going to be playing a bit of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition on the Switch. This is one of my favourite games on the Wii U, and it's great to see it make a return on the Switch, because it's a fantastic game that everyone needs to play. And now hopefully more people will play it, because it's on a console that people actually bought. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to play a little bit of the Adventure mode, which is one of the more interesting modes in the game. It's not story based or anything like that. If anything, it's the game's end game. It allows you to acquire new characters, new weapons, new costumes, all sorts of stuff like that. So it's probably best tackled in most cases after you finish the main story mode, because the main story mode gives you a nice way to get to know a lot of the characters and how they work and how they handle and how battles work and that sort of thing. And then the Adventure mode goes and mixes all that up with all sorts of different objectives and different things to do. So the Definitive Edition here comes with all these different maps that are based on a combination of the DLC that was available for both the Wii U and the 3DS version, and also the stuff that was added in Hyrule Warriors Legends on the 3DS when it was first released. So as you can see from me scrolling through here, I haven't done very much yet. I've only just finished the main story mode, so I've just been dipping my toes into Adventure mode from here. I played quite a bit on the Wii U version, but obviously having to start again on a whole new console. There we go. Okay, so Adventure mode basically works like this. You have a map that gradually uncovers itself as you complete battles and objectives. Some of the squares have various rewards in them, and those can take the form of upgrades for your characters, like the one we can see here, which is a heart container for Linkle. And then there's also these item cards as well that are based on the items from the old Zelda games. So for example, this square again, if you just complete the battle, then you get a compass item card, which allows you to search a square for hidden items. So if we scroll around a bit, if you see this square, for example, in the top left where it says A rank victory, it says require search. So there's a reward for this battle if you get an A rank for completing it, but only if you've actually searched this square beforehand and done the appropriate action to unlock the reward. So I'll just show you how that works now. So what we do basically is we go into this zoomed in view here. If you think you know where the item you're looking for is, you can just try and use an item on there, but the compass is the most reliable way of finding what you're looking for. And at the moment I've only got a bomb, which is really used for blowing up walls and things, whereas this screen is nothing but trees, so I'm probably going to need a candle to burn them down. So if I use the compass, it will tell me there's something suspicious over here and in that tree. So there's two things on this map. So not entirely sure what that one with the blue stuff is, but the tree is definitely going to be a job for a candle. What we can do, because I've already found a candle once, I can now just buy one from the shop here. This is something that I think was maybe added in Hyrule Warriors Legends, I'm not sure. It definitely wasn't the original Wii U version. In that one you had to actually go back and do another battle that got you a candle, and so it was a lot more long-winded than it probably needed to be. So anyway, I buy a candle, and then go back to the square and burn the tree down. And there we go. Unlocked a new reward. So if I look now, A rank victory says that I can get a heart container for I guess that's King Daphne's, maybe? He's the only one that's got a beard like that, I think. I'm not sure what that thing is there. Let's see if a bomb works on it. Nope. Okay, I don't know then. Anyway, well, let's jump into this battle and see if we can get that A rank victory reward for King Daphne's. Oh, the enemies are hidden and must be revealed. Okay, so I guess that's what the blue thing was. Maybe this isn't the one to do then. Let's go find another one. What about... Oh, this one here. This one... We still need to search, so let's buy another compass. And a bomb and a candle. just to be prepared for all eventualities. And then have a look. Alright, so it's probably going to be a tree to burn there. There we go. The reward we've unlocked in this case, I believe, is a heart container for Toon Link, I think? Yeah, because that's Linkle. Child Link's got brown hair. Yeah, so I guess that must be Toon Link, so let's give him a go. So the objective for this one is to defeat the enemy forces. So this is going to be a fairly standard Warriors battle. I haven't actually tried Toon Link yet, so I'm not sure how he handles. So let's give him some basic upgrades first of all. So Hyrule Warriors, if you haven't played it before, it has these sort of skill trees for each character. They're called badges. You have to craft them using various items and a small outlay of rupees. And so this branch I'm doing here extends your basic combos for your main weapon. When you acquire additional weapons, you get additional trees on here to extend those combos as well. Then we have the ability to inflict damage on enemies who are guarding. That's very useful. Make the weak point gauge diminish slightly quicker. That's very useful as well, especially when fighting bosses. Fill the special attack gauge quicker. Also useful. It's all useful, really. Second special attack gauge, always nice. And we have defensive badges. First one of this you always unlock is the ability to drink a potion, which is handy if you think you might take a lot of damage. And then assist badges, they allow you to do things like extend the duration of power-ups and speed up the process of taking keeps and stuff. So, alright, that's a good basic set of upgrades for Toon Link, considering we haven't used him at all. The other options in here, the training dojo, you can actually spend rupees to level him up without you having to grind, but I'm going to assume that level 10 will be alright to start with. You can always upgrade him afterwards if we need to. The apothecary, you can brew various potions to increase the likelihood of item drops, or increase the amount of experience you get. Oh, food drops, that might be useful. Let's give that a go. The food is used for the companion fairies, which again were added in Hyrule Warriors Legends, so I haven't really done much with them yet. But if we go back to the character screen, we can take a look at the one fairy I've got so far. There we are. This is Joan. My wife named her. I'm lucky she didn't call her Dave, because she calls everything Dave. But anyway, in the My Fairy screen, you can stuff your fairy with food, which helps to level her up and increases their various statistics that you can see in the bottom right corner. The salon allows you to change her costume, and each of the costumes provide various passive benefits. So at the moment she's got things like an increase to the performance of light element weapons, and the cost of light element skills goes down, and so on. And in the school, at various levels, you can unlock different skills that trigger on under various conditions. So at the moment my fairy is just doing the standard Zelda fairy thing, which is to replenish your hearts when your health reaches 0. Which is very nice of her. Hopefully we won't need that, but we'll see. Alright. Let's get into battle. On then Toon Link. So as I said, it said this was an adventure battle, so this is probably going to be closest in execution to a traditional Warriors level, which means we'll be capturing keeps and defeating officers and that sort of thing, and making sure our base doesn't fall. So let's see where it goes. So team up with Zelda to defeat Volga, who is down in the bottom left corner. Alright. So like most Warriors games, various things happen over the course of the battle, and it's usually a good idea to go after those things, because it will give you an advantage in the battle if you do actually complete the objectives. The first thing I'm going to do is head for this keep over here. You can see there's a fairy icon on it. This is an elemental fairy. That means that if you enter a keep with a particular elemental affinity, unless you use an elemental fairy of the same element, then you will continually take damage while you're in there. And if you look at Volga's keep down in the bottom left, it's got a fire symbol flashing over it, which means that he's got a fire barrier there. There we go, one rescued fairy. Like most Warriors games, the way that capturing stuff works is that you defeat enough enemies in the keep to deplete the meter, and that will bring the keep boss out, and you defeat them, and then the keep is yours. So let's head this way now. I'll go and get rid of that captain in the top right corner. Capture this keep along the way. Just using Toon Link's basic light attack at the moment. Pretty standard sword slashes from the look of things. Let's see what some of the other combos are like. Okay, that's one of his light, heavy combos. That's quite a good one. That was light, heavy, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's quite a nice AoE one. And of course you've got your special ability, which is generally pretty good for clearing an area. But each character has their own sort of unique way of it handling. Some of them do it in a sort of cone AoE, some of them do it all around them. This is the weak point mechanic where normally after an enemy does one of their special moves or their strong attacks, that special meter will appear, which means that if you deplete that by attacking them, they will be temporarily stunned for a moment, and then you can do another kind of special attack on them. Alright. Zelda is in trouble, so let's go and sort her out. Yeah, that's pretty satisfying. Okay, another officer over here we need to defeat. Let's do that. There's all sorts of rewards dropped from enemies as well. It ranges from rupees that can be used for various upgrades and things. There's additional weapon loot and materials that are used for crafting those badges and various other items. Everybody's here. No match for a mighty spin attack. There's the weak point again, so if we smash that, he's dead already. Look at the map, there's two groups of enemies incoming, and the gates to the enemy base are open. So at this point we have to sort of prioritise what's the right thing to do. Do we want to go and hold off these enemies, or do we want to go straight for the commander? And in adventure mode battles, that can be quite an interesting question to ask, because you can get better rewards if you are quick, but you can also get better rewards if you get a lot of KOs as well. So basically I think what we'll do is we'll sort of hack and slash our way down to the enemy base, so we get a bit of both. If we get over 1,000 kills, that's possible. Probably enough. on here. They're all wailing on our base. There's Volga. He's an original character and he's I don't believe he's in a previous Zelda. Right, you see that red tint around the screen, that means we're taking damage from the elemental field. So if we use the fairy, that will dispel it and stop that happening. Fighting the officer characters like this is usually a case of waiting for an opening to do a weak point slash on them, but if you leveled up enough you can sort of chip away at their health in the meantime as well. And trigger some special attacks as well. The green meter up in the top left is the magic meter, which is different from the special meter. So when you've got a full magic bar, you can trigger focus spirit mode, which means you can attack more quickly. You resist knockback in this mode as well, and you do a bit more damage as well. And then when the meter runs out, you'll do a huge special attack. That's pretty useful. It's probably most useful for dealing with big hordes of enemies rather than bosses, but you know, it's pretty handy there as well. Alright, done. Easy peasy. And if a chest appears at the end, that generally means you've met the conditions for the A rank. So, Link should get a nice container. There we go. Very nice. Toon Link's alright. He's not the most interesting character, but you know, Toon Link, he's pretty cool. Hey rank, lovely. The other thing that ranks do in adventure mode is some map squares will only open up if you get a particular rank on a map. So we should see how that works in just a moment. We go back to the map here, and those two squares have opened up, giving me the choice of going north or west. Now I actually missed two pieces of treasure in that map. So there was a heart container and some fairy clothes. So I could go back and do that mission again if I wanted to and take my time over it. Now I've got the A rank. But for the sake of you watching, let's go and do something different. So let's take a look at this one, which will give us a compass if we win, and nothing we need to search for. So, right, watch out, all attacks are devastating. Alright, so what this means is this is a special kind of battle where everything only takes one hit to kill, including you. Well, I think you can take 2 hits maybe. So the first one deals pretty much all of your life bar, and then the second one will finish you off. So it's a good idea in these battles to use someone who's got a bit of range to them, because that way you can usually stay out of harm's way. And I'm going to use Marin because I love Marin. Because she's so lovely, look at her. And also because she has a bit of a range on her belt as well. So. Alright, so small battlefield this time. This is a smaller piece of one of the larger maps. So defeat 10 enemy captains is the job this time around. It shouldn't be too difficult given the requirements for 7. What do you see? Yeah, you go. See, it just takes 1 hit to kill them. Moblins in particular that we're dealing with here, they normally take quite a lot of damage. But you also have to be careful not to get hit. As you see there, Marin's now only got a quarter of a heart left. no A rank reward for this, so that doesn't actually matter too much in this case. But if there was an A rank reward, I'd probably want to start this mission again. For the sake of not having taken all that damage. Right, doesn't look like there's any more captains over here, so let's go and check. Over here. I'm really feeling it. 5 remaining. More moblin reinforcements have appeared over here. So, kill them all! Oh no. I was the one who was killed off. But I have a fairy. There we go. Just pretend that never happened. Good old Jane saved me. Look at her though, she's lovely. So that's a nice quick one. So you can see Adventure Mode's got a load of variety in it. It's got these really quick missions like that. It's got these very strange quiz missions where you have to answer questions by defeating the right enemy. And then it's got those larger scale battles like the first one we saw today. Not going to get a good rank for this, I feel. Oh. B. I'll take it. Alright, so a few ways we can go from here. Let's have a look in here. This will give us a power bracelet which will allow us to move any statues, just like in original Zelda. As you'll see, this whole map here is based on the original Legend of Zelda. And so in places where there's statues, not there either. Anyway, in places where there's statues, you'll be able to move them if you've got a power bracelet. So let's give that a go. Looks like we need Child Link for this one. Adventure battle, defeat the island beast. That's probably going to be a giant boss. The Child Link again I haven't really tried yet, so I'm going to need to upgrade him first. We'll just quickly do the same as before. This is Child Link from Majora's Mask, so his weapon is the Fierce Deity Mask from that, as well as his basic sword, so this should be interesting. I'm going to assume that probably his Focus Spirit attack or his special attack is going to make use of the Fierce Deity Mask somehow. We'll see. Potion. And a second potion. This is quite important to make sure you get plenty of these crafting materials, but they drop from all sorts of monsters, so it's generally not a problem to acquire them. Alright, let's give them a go. So we've got a few different weapons here. You'll see that some of them have stars next to them. That means that they're slightly rarer versions that are slightly stronger. So like the 1-star ones here, I've got an attack power of 88 as opposed to the 80 from the standard one. And they've also got some skills attached to them as well. So in this case, strong attack 4 increases the damage from the attack you do when you press YYYX, which is weak, 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 strong. And this one increases the damage when you do weak, weak, strong. I don't know which of his is better at the minute, so we'll just go for one of them. Alright, in some cases as well, you can pick a second and even third warrior. And that means that during the battle you'll be able to switch between them and make use of them. You can actually also play 2-player in a lot of cases as well. You see it flashing up at the top there. So if you've got a second player who wants to play with another controller, then they can take on one of these other playable characters. Alright, so let's see how this goes. So defeat the island beast was the objective. And there were some treasures in this level as well, so we're going to take a bit of time to go around these keeps and capture them as well, because that's normally how you come across the extra treasures. There's one that was easy. Very nice. Piece of hut. Just like in regular Zelda, you get 4 of those, it means you get a... Oh, hello. Bomb chews are pretty much what they found like mice that are also bombs. So if you don't defeat them, they'll probably go and make their way into one of your keeps and either deal heavy damage to it or capture it immediately. Which you don't want. Now, I think the objectives for this said there were some sculptures on this level. So there we are, there's 2 on this one, so there's one for knock out 1,000 enemies, which is the usual standard one. And then there's also one for complete the first mission and capture 5 or more enemy keeps without losing 40% or more of your health. Okay. Probably slightly more challenging, but we'll see how it goes. So we need to capture 5 keeps. So we've done 1 already. We haven't lost any health. Yeah, there's the dirty mask. That's ridiculous. We've got gold Cuckoo here. There's Cuckoos occasionally turn up and they do all sorts of things. Sometimes they fight on the other side, sometimes they get in the way like this one here. Gold ones are normally immensely strong, so they're a good idea to get out of the way as quickly as you can. So we'll take care of him first before we try and capture this keep. So he's down. So instead of Bombchu has reached our central keep, so we will probably want to go and deal with that. Yeah, there it is. Zelda's trying to take it at the minute. So we need to try and kill it before it self-destructs. There's a timer up at the top of the screen telling us how long we've got for that. There we go. Sorted. Now we can go and capture that keep. Okay, so this is a map where we actually need a key to open the enemy base. That'll be in one of the keeps somewhere. This one's got a ferry, which we're going to need to get into that northern one. Prep that ferry for when we get there. Okay. chest here as well. Very nice. There's the key. Excellent. Hold on to that for now because we've got to capture some other keeps still. Try and get that Skulltula. Actually just lost one of ours as well, so we're going to take that back first. One thing we can actually do in this as well that we couldn't do in the old Wii U version is you can command your characters to go and do stuff. So what I can do is I can command Marin to go and help out the allied base there. And if I want to switch to an actively player, I can do that. But in the meantime, she'll just go off and do her thing by herself, based on the orders that I give. Okay, central square. Oh, lots of enemies. Cut through a bunch of these. Bring us closer to that 1,000 KOs. That's the thing I love about Warriors games. Cutting through these boards of enemies is so satisfying. Alright, we've got another keep down in the corner that we can go and take. Hello. Combat is really nice and fluid in this. It's got a nice sense of impact to it, and it's also got some nice things like being able to cancel into a dodge move and that sort of thing. So if you're mid-combo and that combo's got a obnoxiously long animation on it, you can just do a quick dodge to cancel out of it, which is very welcome indeed. Lots of enemies here. Let's do a focus spirit. Here we go. Fierce deity fun times. Now, when you're in focus spirit, the more knockouts you do, the more you'll sort of regenerate your magic points, and you'll also get these bonuses you see on the left-hand side of the screen as well. So you can get additional rupees and experience and item drops and all sorts of things like that. So it's worth doing. Right, so that area is pretty safe now. That's the base again. And our base is raided. So we'll do that first. Alright, so we're over 1,000 KOs now. So you see a gold Skulltula has appeared on the battlefield. So it's somewhere within that spider web symbol. And the way you find it is by exploring inside that spider web symbol until the music fades out and you can hear it. So in that case it probably means it's on top of that cliff, which means we need to go around this way. And there he is. As collecting those gives you illustration pieces, which unlocks various pictures in the gallery, but also at various milestones of collecting them, you get upgrades to things like the shop. So the apothecary you saw earlier on, they have more mixtures available. The potions you can take into battle, they're more effective. So initially the potion will just restore part of your health, and then it will restore 10 hearts and your special meter and all sorts of things like that. So definitely worth collecting them. Alright, one more keep down at the bottom. Wondering if I might have lost too much health already. Didn't think I'd lost 40% of my health, which was the boundary, but we'll see. Let's take this one and see if this gold tiller appears, and if it doesn't, then try again later. Quite hard to see the ending with all my forces standing around doing nothing. More treasure! These wooden chests generally just have rupees in them rather than anything more interesting. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to get that other sculpture for whatever reason. Oh well, no problem. Can always come back. Yeah, let's defeat the commander. Oh, I guess this is the island beast. So if you played Ocarina of Time, you'll know exactly how to defeat King Dodongo. We need our bombs. There he is. Wait for him to do that. Toss some bombs in. And kick the shit out of him. So most bosses in Hyrule Warriors work like this. They have some form of weakness to a particular item that will knock them down like this and allow you to try and smash their weak point. So it's a case of learning how to deal with that, learning how to avoid their attacks that you can't counter. Get in there and smash, basically. As you can see, taking off most of his health bar in one hit. Definitely worth doing. Because in most cases you can't even damage them normally. While you're smashing their weak point, you're also doing damage to their health bar as well, so to take one more knockdown to finish him off, I think. And he's down. Another chest there. I guess we got an A rank somehow. Yeah, art container. Lovely. Alright, so we're going to leave that there for this episode. This is a game that I'm playing a lot at the moment, so I'm going to return to this in some future episodes so you can see the different types of adventure mode levels that you come across and the different characters and so on. This really is a fantastic game if you've not had a chance to play it yet, especially if you missed out on it on the Wii U version for whatever reason. So I'm actually going to do a cover game feature on this on Moe Gamer at some point in the near future, probably the month after next. Thinking about it, because I'm doing Shantae next month, and then I'll squeeze in this next month because I think it's really worth talking about in detail. In the meantime though, there'll be some more videos of this for you to enjoy soon, so thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time.